Okay, hello everyone. Hello, hello. Ah, welcome. So, I just wanted to come on here and share a bit um, some of this energy that's been kind of like going around lately. My name's Fola, by the way. So, if you're new here, hello, hello. To those of you coming back, it's been a while since I've been on here. I've been like going through the motions of recovery and healing. And I feel like finally this week I'm like in a place to start to, okay, expand back outside. And so I thought I'd come on here, and two cards came out initially with just kind of my prepping to share in this space. We have the water card and we have gratitude. Okay, so we have this energy of fire and water, something very alchemical here, something emotional and transformational. It seems like this has been kind of showing up the last little bit. But I was sitting with this like feeling still of this like lack of motivation, just, like a lack of motivation, not wanting to necessarily do certain things, but also this like feeling around the passion, the drive, this internal flame that seems to just have kind of like, eh, if you've ever felt something like this, I think you know what I mean. And there may be some of you that are going through this now. And I was, as a Scorpio sun, um, I started to just think like, well, what's going on like planetary wise that might be impacting some of this internal drive? And the reminder that Mars is in retrograde right now, I believe until February 25th of this year. So we have this like slowing down, the Mars energy, the fiery motivator, the passionate, like driving force, is sort of just dissipated. And my understanding is Mars is the traditional planet of Scorpio. It's more highly associated now with Aries, kind of that initiating cardinal energy again, a fire sign. But we have the tie to Scorpio. So if you are noticing this like energy of lack of motivation, this feeling unmotivated, this disconnect from passions or the things that maybe did used to light you up, there's something happening here. And I feel like percolating is the word that just keeps coming to my mind for some reason. And so I thought we'd pull some cards, kind of see maybe what are some places for us to just be aware of as we go through this next, what, I think we've got another 30 days or so of this energy where it's okay to be in this like womb space, the place of being, the stillness that can be water, but also the raging tempest that can be water. Because Mars also has a very heavy like tie to aggression and that fight, and on the tree of life and like Kabbalah, we perceive that within the sphere of severity, the sphere of strength, this kind of energy of Mars that is the king going out on the chariot into battle. So we'll pull some cards kind of collectively. And I think too, if people want personal cards pulled, you can let me know in the comments with the little emoji or something, or clearly state that you want cards, and we'll see what's going on. But let's see what we can do. What cards want to show up for us to support us with a bit of this balancing of this margin energy, this slowing down. We have the air card. We have spiritual cleansing. So we've got so far now, we could say we have 4 elements. If we want to tie spiritual cleansing to the body, because the body is a physical temple, or the temple of our spiritual selves, right? But we have air. So there's something here for myself this week. The past couple of weeks, just simply taking breaths has been a challenge with whatever this respiratory illness has been. And I know many people have been sharing with me like something's been going around since the last few months, but it's like this slowing down enough just to recognize the power of breath, so that we can cleanse our internal world using the prana, but also there's going to be something, I'm sure, power that comes with doing a cleansing of our space, our physical body, a cleansing of this temple that can then support us on a spiritual level. Hi, Golden Lily. Okay, sweet. Wow, we'll pull you cards. Patrick Stanton, do what thou wilt. Hello, Patrick, 93. Yes, nice to see you on here live. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at, I'm like, I've never really done a whole lot of planetary ritual, like for banishing or invoking, say like with the hexagram rituals. And I was like, this retrograde Mars stuff needs to fucking go. It felt like, I'm just like, I don't like this. I don't like just sitting around. There's something about the movement. And it's funny how we have air and we have water on this, specifically the elements of those two, as like two elements that, well, they can be contained in a container, but they're also so just flowy. Do you know what I mean? Like they exist and go into every crevice and space that they get pulled to, or they just find themselves in. There's something about that energy. I was just listening to, okay, interesting. The soulmate card came up, which is kind of like, I don't really feel like this is about anything soulmatey. I think this is actually the image is what we're kind of like being called or asked to look at here, because we have both upward and downward facing triangles with air. We could see these two as just becoming that hexagram I was talking about, right? Same with this soulmate card. We have the two hearts kind of conjoining the upper and the lower energies. So there's something here for us at this point, this like bridge that's occurring right now as we still find ourselves in this Mars retrograde energy, to bridge the above and below, the spiritual, the physical. And I think gratitude is like a great way to do that. But the elements can be that part that really help tie everything together. Okay. I contracted COVID for the first time in October. My normal breathing is still not returned. Oh, sorry to hear that, Golden Lily. Oh, yeah, it's horrible. Oh, hi, Meredith, darling. Nice to see you here. For sure, we'll pull you cards too. Hello, John Fitzgerald. Yes, as above, so below. Well, let's just clarify. What does that look like? This says as above, so below. This balancing of masculine, feminine, this balancing of these elements within us. Okay, so we have talisman and we have divinity. So we could see this balancing as a key. We could see, and a talisman is like, I identify a talisman as sort of like this external representation of something that means or symbolizes something else so that we can link the two. So you could have like a ring, for instance, or some magical object that then you've associated certain magical properties to it or intentions to it, meaning to it, that then when you see it, when you look at it, when you hold it, it's like tied to that. It's a key to this portal, and it opens, right? We could see this work, I guess, this balancing of above and below as a portal to this divine or divinity that is you, all right? This cleansing of the physical body. Maybe some of you are being called to do things more like care for your physical body, eat differently, exercise, whatever that might be. Maybe it's starting to implement like nightly bathing or like kind of like bath cleansing as a spiritual practice to just release certain energies from your day. There's these certain activities we can do these routines we can start to implement that can help to tap into one aspect or the other. And it can go the same way from a spiritual lens, right? Like maybe you're being called to meditate more. Maybe you're being called to light a candle each night, to start to host like a gratitude list in your journal and just write down the things that you feel grateful for at the end of your day. That's going to impact the spiritual, but then ripple into the material world as well. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. Yeah, so there feels like there seems to be like a tie here for us to engage. Well, we have it says magic, but we have the 5-pointed star, the pentagram here, and that is this representation of all the elements. Okay, spirit, fire, water, air, earth, all of them encompassed together, and how they all join together to create the whole, to create this like divinity, or this aspect of your spiritual self, which is both human and physical. Ooh, lots of different numbers. Is there anything that's standing out to me here? I mean, the only thing I would say is just 3. So we're going to do a practice here too. We'll pull some cards for people, and yeah, let's see what happens there. And I guess just to, I think there might be a little bit of a list of people wanting, usually memberships, community members get that first dibs on the card pulls. So I will pull for Meredith, I see, because you would like a card. Then Golden Lily will pull you a card. So I appreciate your patience. Anything else I need to say, though, around any of that, Spirit? We'll just take a few deep breaths here. Wherever you are, if it's safe to have eyes opened or closed, just tuning into your body. Tuning into whatever message perhaps Spirit wants to share with you here today. Just being open to receiving whatever that is. Okay. Well, let's pull cards. So Meredith, darling, let's see what the cards have to say. I just want to say thanks to each of you for being here. I hope your New Year transition has been going well. I mean, obviously hearing some people have been sick, and, you've been going through different like transitions personally. I just want to honor each of you. I know it's like life is still happening, and yet many of you are showing up and being consistent here. I thank you for that. Okay, Meredith. Oh, we got the divinity card. The shadow card. And we'll see how much I don't have to cough up a lung during this. That's one more card for Meredith, darling, that wants to be guided. I want to say something about the future. Ooh, okay. Home. Whew. Okay. Meredith. Divinity. So you have a couple cards here that have these like symbols. For me, I see the center star, the 7-pointed star here, the Star of Babylon. Okay. So there's something about this, I feel like, that's like, I want to say where your focus has been. We can look at an object and see all of it, or we can like look inside here and just see this 7-pointed star. I'm not wearing the necklace today, but there's like something about how your attention and your focus, I think, might be leading you to be a little like unsteady on your feet, I guess. You have the shadow card. So this isn't about negatively downplaying what's been going on for you, or maybe how it seems like your reality is playing, or even the fact that this might be a way in which you operate from. because it just is. It's not like a negative attribute or a positive attribute. It just simply is. And I think maybe maybe you've been like damned or condemned, judged by others for that ability to like see something and to be looking at like the glass half empty versus half full. Does that make sense? But like if we think about what like divinity even is, divinity is everything. It's like the good and the ugly, the or the bad. Or do you know what I mean? Like it's literally everything. My kid was watching this YouTube channel, whatever. I don't know what kids are watching these days. And they were like going through this house, or no, it wasn't a house. It was like an old hospital, like a haunted hospital. And these YouTubers then brought these other YouTubers in. And the one guy kept asking like these ghosts, they're trying to communicate with the spirits, kept asking for these ghosts, like, okay, did something evil happen here? Like everything was just hyper focused on evil. That's what he kept asking. And I just found it kind of like humorous because, then someone whipped out a Ouija board and like most people are like, well, no, we ain't playing with that, which I don't blame them. I think we need to be mindful. Just because we can communicate with spirits doesn't mean we have to. Yet, does that mean that they're necessarily evil or dark or bad? There's something about that because like we, from our human lens, create this judgment or perception of the energy. And so I feel the last card here, Meredith, darling, was the home card. We have again the symbols here, but it's a bit more balanced. It like seems like less chaotic almost than this. And it's just like simply being with the balance of what is above and below, left and right. That like Kabbalistic cross through the body is what I would want to say. So whatever this judgment might be, whether, I think it's like you're like trying to kind of just recognize that it's okay. You just are being the way you're being. There's nothing wrong with that because there is no real like right or wrong thing. There's just like these experiences that happen, whether or not you believe that. This is going to lead to more of this feeling of like just being at peace, have like this feeling of having arrived with who you are. That's the home. Okay. It might be a change in your physical environment as well around that. But because when you change your internal world, then the external world starts to mirror that, right? So it could be then you find yourself in a much more calm, relaxing space where you get to call it actual home, not just a place that you're living. Okay. We have 30 and 43, which is 73, which equals to 10. So we have that. Interesting. We have the concept there of 10 and 1, because 1 plus 0 is just 1. That meaning 10 being the kingdom or Malkut, that earth realm, the home kind of speaking, if we could call it that. But also 1, the top sphere on the tree of life, Keter, crown, that aspect of the divinity. Okay. And they say in Kabbalah that they're kind of one and the same because the Malkut at the bottom just becomes the Keter or the crown at the top of the next preceding tree. So there's this beautiful merging of above and below here, just like something that was kind of showing up before. I'm all over the place. Yep. Okay. John Fitzgerald. I just got laid off recently. Have lost a lot of jobs. Sorry to hear that. Well, if you like cards pulled, you can let me know too, John. Bang on. That's comforting. Yeah. So Meredith, for you, look at the bottom of the deck. Air, breathing, centering, asking your guides to show you both perspectives when it's needed. There's always more than even 2 perspectives, but to see the full picture, maybe that's the better word or phrase we could use. see the full picture in any given situation and allow that air, that breath to move that energy within you. So yeah, all the best on that little journey there. And thank you for being here today. Yeah, you're welcome. Ooh. Okay, Golden Lily, thanks for your patience. Let's pull you some cards. Let's see what the cards say for you today. And if anyone else joining in would like cards pulled, you can let me know in the comments. If you missed the beginning collective energy for collective energy card pull or whatever, we were just kind of talking about that sense of a lack of direction, lack of passion right now. And that's all okay because it's Mars retrograde. So don't be hard on yourself. Tune into the elements. Okay, Golden Lily. Da, 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 da. I got that song. What's that song? What is it? Oh my gosh. It's like a song my parents I think had a record of. Like maybe it's like from the 80s. Oh my goodness, that's gonna kill me now. If you know what I'm trying to say or sing. That's like literally the only sound I hear is that little part. I'm not even sure what the rest of the song is. It's kind of like a fun song though. Okay, Golden Lily. What cards, Spirit, do you have for Golden Lily? Maybe some confirmations of where things are at in their life. Okay. I was going to say, like, it kind of feels like there's this, like, uncertainty. like a lack of readiness or something, maybe. We have the full moon card, though. It was just a full moon in Cancer just the other day on Monday, the 13th. Oh, fun, John. Okay. Use those cards. Yeah, I love everyone. Use your cards, man. You know, like tap into the messages for yourself. Okay. Let's see. What is this full moon representation for Golden Lily? What does that have to do with any feelings of uncertainty, of indecision? Okay, no, we'll have the new moon then, I think around the 20 something, before the end of the month. So you have a new life card here with the Ankh on it, which I'm like hearing the word like a resurrection. So maybe you've had to go through some type of like shedding, Golden Lily. I hope you can hear me over the card shuffling. Yeah, you need to give us another card here, Spirit. What's on this other side of this full moon? Oh. Ooh, very Egyptian-y vibes here we have for you. As we have the full moon, and then we have new life. No, sorry, this is new life. New life and power. So Hathorian energy. And in that being Hathor, the cow goddess, was very much tied to fertility. I'm not sure what that noise is. Like, do you hear that? Now it stopped. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't even want to look. Okay, so something. So Golden Lily. Has there been a loss even of someone or something? Because it literally feels like they're like trying to like communicate. I don't know if that's what that sound is. I haven't really noticed that like so much as a clicking before. And it's funny how I was literally just talking about communicating with spirits. That might be something, if you want to like schedule like a session with me one-on-one and do privately. Don't do a whole lot of mediumship, but like that might be something to consider. Or if you've been considering that, I think like that might actually be something to do. I know it's probably just my chair, but it's like so like persistent, this communication. And it seems as though this new or this full moon that's happened is just like opened up some type of portal. The veil kind of thinning is what I actually described it as to someone the other day, because that's what it's feeling like. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but it almost feels like when I'm driving, I feel almost like dissociated. Looking out into like the world, it just feels like the veil is almost lifted. Things seem more surreal. So I'm not sure what's really going on here for you, Golden Lily, but whatever's been like let go of, this something is being like resurrected, something new is being born. And this fertility, whether this is like an actual child or that energy of creation can be directed towards anything, I guess is what I want to say. But within that, I've just been rewatching the Witcher show. And like, if you've seen that show, they like talk at the beginning when they're kind of like training these mages about the power of being able to like channel chaos into a magical task. And that involves usually taking energy from something. So instead of causing harm to themselves, at one point they hold a flower to like drain the energy of life from that flower to be resurrected into the ability to move a rock, or like, so there's something here, this power that like you hold that can be coming through with whatever has been sort of going on for you. And maybe you're like feeling uncertain about what that could look like. And I think a lot of that could be tied again to, our belief systems around like sacrifice, around death, around things coming to a conclusion, right? Because I say death, it doesn't have to necessarily be a physical death. At the bottom of the deck, we have the water card. I just want to say that because the air was under the other reading for Meredith. So whatever emotions might be showing up, especially around this Cancerian full moon, just trusting and allowing and being with that, having those baths to cleanse yourself, letting water bless you, even if it's standing out in the rain for a few moments and just feeling that energy. This is tied to the mother. There's definitely a strong like feminine mothering energy I feel with this, with the Hathor, with Mem here, with water showing up, with the full moon. That I think is going to help with whatever uncertainty, because I could feel it in my womb. Like I can feel it just being like secure and like knowing. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for being here, Golden Lily. Oh, Tahira, hello. Yes, if you would like a card, I'll pull you one. Yeah, it's been a while. Anyways, yeah. Feel free to let me know if that resonates or not. And sometimes these things don't resonate and it's all just whatever. So that's okay. Let it sit. I tell people after like a medicine journey or any ceremony, it's like, give it 7 days. I think the same thing goes with a reading. Give it 7 days to sit and like be what it needs to be. Okay. Oh my God, all these cards are coming out again. Tahira, we have spiritual cleansing, which was in the collective card pull. Boundaries. I'm going to put this over here. Oh, yeah, for sure, Golden Lily. Yeah, you can head to my website, folaveritas.com. I think it's in the description. I think there's like reading stuff. You could select the soul alchemy session. I will most likely just know what it is. Oh, and growth. Okay, Tahira. So you have spiritual cleansing. Okay, well, it's 55. Which is interesting when we think about 5 being tied to Gebura, the sphere of Mars, which is the right shoulder. We have boundaries, which is what number? 26. So 8, which is Ho just to the right hip. Okay. There's something here about those need for boundaries as a protection, but I feel like this is really like a magical protection, because to me this, well, spiritual cleansing obviously, but then we also have like the jaguar, we could say, to me is like a very magical being. Its potential to like hide in the shadows, and it's often associated with sorcery. And its tie here to the 8th sphere of Hod being this kind of like magical sphere. The spheres, I would call it that at least. There's something here in the energetic world, magical world, that's wanting your ability to really set boundaries and protection. You also have the growth card. So to me, this is just showing, sometimes we think, oh my God, someone's put like a curse on me, or a hex, or they're sending the big bad juju or whatever. It's like that stuff happens because it's about this growth. It's about this expansiveness of our skills or our abilities to really, really engage the world in a new way. So, I think of all the times and all the things I've done in my life that, and I made a video about this, but like specifically, anyways, just how it's like, oh, I think I want to do this thing. And then it opens up certain magical, weird, energetic, spiritual experiences. And then I'm like scared out of my mind. And I shut the door on that for my protection as a boundary. But it also, leads to a period of like maybe uncertainty or fear and like doubt. But it's all because it's helping to gain the ability and the strength, the empowered sense of self. That's like the ultimate like goal. So whatever might be happening right now for you, Tahira, do what you need to. Something that's showing up lately is like that Florida water. So I don't know if you use that. I'm sure you can find it where you are. I bet you there's lots of people that like sell it, make it, sell it. I don't have any like online resources I can send that I would recommend, but I feel like there's something there. We have shift at the bottom. So 9. This 9th sphere of Yesod leading us there. And I just want to point out how the growth sphere or the growth card has a value of 15, which we could equal down to 6. So that means we have Tiferet at the heart, kind of the midpoint of the middle pillar. And then with 9 with shift, we have Yesod, which is in your womb. So it's like we're moving from the right pillar of severity into the middle pillar in your body here. And you have the divine masculine under that, just telling you. Anyway, let me just see. I see comments. I'm not reading them. It may not resonate, but it's all relative. I've been firm on respecting my own lately, which is new for me, but feels amazing. I agree 100%. I calmed myself down this morning by saying everything is for my benefit and my growth. Ooh, I've been learning to maintain boundaries while regulating my nervous system. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, the water is called Florida water. I think it's like a hoodoo. Is that the proper term? Like kind of like traditional water, like essence that's used to cleanse. And a lot of people, I think, will add it to like their bath water, and you can use it for different things. I honestly use in Centauria. Thank you, Patrick. There we go. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even really know. You got like you get New Orleans, right? But I feel like I don't know. I just feel like for some reason when I hear Florida water, I'm like, I feel like every like person of color should be using that for some reason. That's probably just my over exaggerated self talking. But yeah, I like what you're saying there, to hear, because it's like you're shifting the internal dialogue. You know, and we see this sign too, the symbol of being the rune of Dagaz. Being this rune of new beginnings, this new way of being. It's like the start to a new cycle that of the wheel of life that keeps going around and around and around like a spiral. It's okay for this boundary setting, even though sometimes people might be like, what the fuck? Why are you being such a harsh being? That's mean, right? Like the sorcerer is kind of negatively looked upon, yet there's so much power there. So whatever you need to do with that. Florida water is a good cleanser in most African diaspora movements. Thank you. Yeah, like I don't know. I've been meaning to talk to my friend about it. She makes some here, I believe, or has access to it somehow. But yeah, anyways, well, if you have more questions, you know how to reach me. So yeah, Tahir, I think that's all I have to say about that. There's something moving here from this right energy to this like center energy. And I love how you said that about the nervous system, because it's all in the gut. It's very much tied to heart, the vagus nerve. It's like, and it's grounding. It's not so much up in the head or like in other extremities of the body, you know? So enjoy that process of the cleansing, of the empowerment that comes with the boundary setting. I gave you permission, yes. It's funny how we can be, you know, in that space. That's why I personally enjoy like watching the occasional card reader. And then other times I'm like, fuck me if I see another one. You guys, this is where my struggle has been. Yet this week people have been booking lots of readings, and like, you know, I guess I'm just accepting, like, I guess there's ways in which I can tap into messages and I can still be my authentic and eccentric self. So let's see, as our final kind of meditation, as we close off, and I just want to say thank you again for being here. May this next little bit find you this ability to tap into that passion again, the passion that was there. The healer card. Okay. Ooh, weird. I feel like my screen's going all like matrixy. Like I can see like almost not the pixels, but kind of like the light waves on the screen. And this symbol, I think this is the Horus, or Eye of Ra, sorry. I'm not sure which way it's showing up on the screen for you. Let's check. The Eye of Horus, symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. I'm just going to read what the book says. You are a healer. Fear not your own ability to be a light worker or way shower for others. Drawing this card can also symbolize that a healing in its highest form is available to you now. If you've pulled this card in regard to a relationship or situation, please know that there is power, a powerful exchange of energy here. Meditate when you are wanting to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. So it is the Eye of Horus. So we're going to just tap into that. energy for this kind of closing ritual process, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You can gaze upon the image and then have your eyes closed. And just recognizing that eye gazing from the profile view of the divine. And allow the energy, perhaps seeing it as streaming light, flowing into your own eye. Allowing your entire body to be filled with this light, this healing potential. Everything that you heal on a personal level influences the collective. So whether you identify as a healer, a light worker, shadow worker, magician, just know that anything that you touch, it supports others and also reaching. Allowing your breath to just continue to relax and deepen you into the receiving of this energy, of these light codes. And seeing it, this eye beginning to shine light on the path moving forward. It's kind of like a lighthouse, just beaming that light out. Lighting your way. And if it helps you now to place a hand on heart space, allowing that light to really concentrate in the heart, the center of your chest, at that sphere of the sun, the sphere of your beautiful self. You are the sun. You are the light. And taking a deep breath in and letting it go. As you just come back slowly to the sounds in the room, sensations in body. So wherever you find yourself lately, I just want to invite you to just be gentle. Tune into those elements of creation, however they want to show up for you. What seems like it's exciting or thrilling enough to follow. And just trust the process, that passion and drive, everything is returning. This is just part of the pause so we can really tap into what it is that we are creating on this earth, individually, collectively. And I want to thank you all for being here. I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, you too, dear. Yay. And more things coming. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thanks, Meredith. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, John. Bye, everyone. Take care.